Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. So Canelo Alvarez has signed a 4-fight deal with Turkey Al Sheikh Riyadh season. He was apparently very close to fighting Jake Paul on Netflix instead. Thank the boxing gods that that's not happening. Turkey announced via social media that Canelo will first fight William Skull in Saudi Arabia on May 3rd. He'll then fight Terence Crawford in September. The two remaining fights will be next year in February and October. And according to Adeola Depot, some of the names being considered, at least for the February date next year, are the likes of Chris Eubank Jr., Hamza Shiraz, and Dimitri Bivol in a rematch. No names have yet been put forward for the October date. Now look, upsets happen in boxing, and it would certainly be one in the eyes of most people if Canelo were to lose to Skull. Presumably the reason why they've made that fight, or one of the reasons, is because it reunifies all the belts at 168 pounds, and therefore it then makes the Crawford fight in September undisputed. So that helps as far as marketing and the perceived significance of the bout. It would also give Terence Crawford the opportunity to be a 3-weight undisputed world champion. Be that as it may, if we're looking at it objectively, it's still yet another example of Canelo Alvarez fighting somebody coming up from several weight classes. He did it obviously with Jamel Charlo. And as for the fights proposed for next year in February, Hamza Shiraz and Chris Eubank Jr. would also be coming up in weight. Yes, Hamza Shiraz is a big middleweight, but he hasn't proven himself at world level at 160 pounds yet. Never mind 168. Obviously, we'll find out a bit more about him in a couple of weeks when he fights Carlos Adames. But still, he'd be moving up in weight to 168, as would Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr. has fought in that weight class before, but unsuccessfully, at least against George Groves. He did beat James DeGale, but DeGale was washed at that stage. So the point is, to me, it would be a bit of a cherry pick if Canelo fought Hamza Shiraz or Chris Eubank Jr. Obviously, it wouldn't be a cherry pick if he fought Dimitri Bivol a second time. So we'll have to see how that all pans out. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Are you surrounded by mindless bots in human form who adhere to the norm and blindly conform? Who swallow all the mainstream BS and actually ridicule you for questioning things? Do you wish you had more free-thinking individuals in your life to network and converse with? Well, look no further. We're right here. Come and join the Brotherhood of Reason on Patreon. You'll gain access to my weekly topical content where we take deep dives on an endless variety of subjects, as well as my vast back catalogue of podcasts, videos, interviews, movie decodings, and my Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You'll also get to talk and network with myself and hundreds of other people in our members chat. You can enjoy all this via the Patreon app or on desktop, and download all my podcasts in high-quality MP3. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, just like Netflix, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Just download the app from the Play Store or the App Store, or simply visit patreon.com on a web browser. Then head on over to my page and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. All the links are in the description box below. And just a quick money-saving tip for Apple users. If you purchase your Patreon subscription on the desktop site or on Android, then you'll avoid the ridiculous 30% fee that Apple charges for purchases made on the iOS app. So if you're on iPhone or iPad, save yourself some money by buying your subscription on the actual Patreon website or on Android, because it's a lot cheaper. Once you've made that initial purchase, you can then use the Patreon app on your iPhone or iPad thereafter to access and enjoy your content as normal.